I've been making things all my life. My parents were both very much makers of things. You know, my mom made clothes, my dad used to make furniture from time to time. So we just made stuff, and so I've always done that. I tend to have an idea and then I'll think, okay, what fabric would work for this idea? What helps it say what I want to say? So that's how I look for fabric. I have a preference for lots of horizontal quilting because I find it calming, and most of my work I'd like to be fairly calm. On the other hand, different pieces, they talk to you and they tell you what they want. And sometimes the quilting needs to be more organic, and sometimes it needs to go into different directions. So usually once I've got what we would call the top finished, I just stick it up on my design wall for a while and stare at it and think about what I think would enhance the idea I have behind the piece. When I first started doing this kind of work, I didn't really know what I was trying to say. I was just making things and either liking them or not liking them, but I wasn't sure where I was going. And as I've done it for more years, I've come to realize that that is one of the qualities I really like, is the stillness and the calm in the piece, and maybe a little drama or mystery in it as well, but I don't want it to be a piece where it's making, you know, I go boom, boom, boom all over the place with a lot of color. I mean, I feel like the idea of stillness is kind of an overarching thing for my work I'm creating, but sometimes it comes up in different ways. Like I started out doing a lot of black and white work. Then I sort of moved on to more colorful collage style. And now I'm kind of moving on and going back to keeping some of the color, but adding back a little bit more of the minimalist lines that I had more when I was doing the black and white. So it's all sort of an evolution of different ideas and ways of approaching similar ideas. It just feels like something I have to do. I also think as a woman who's been, you know, a daughter, wife, a mother, and now a caregiver of my mother, this is something I do as Debbie too. This is not something that has any other role, and it's just who I am, and I am completely absorbed in what I'm doing when I'm doing that, and I love that part of it. I think as an artist, that's really what you kind of want to do, is connect with other people as you put your emotions in, and it's really very rewarding to see other people see them and respond to them. It feels really amazing. It also is really interesting when people get things out of your work that you didn't see before. I do hope with my work that they are able to stop for a moment and focus on the art and themselves and just say, wow, so they can focus on some hopefully some beauty. We all need beauty in our lives. And I think also people have an important need to express themselves, whether they do it by singing or sewing or painting, or even by creating a new computer code. There's a certain kind of creativity in that too. I think people have a need to make things, and I think that's part of where it comes from. This world spins so fast. Many of us feel as if we're just barely holding on. Let us stop and breathe. And I hope the stillness and calm of my work provides us with a few minutes for our souls to pause and be restored.